10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Mars. Named after the Roman god of war, our neighboring planet has been a hot topic for the future of humanity because of the proximity to Earth and also how similar it is to Earth. But is Mars really all that similar? The blue-covered rock we call home. Mars is 141,600,000 miles to the Sun and 48,700,000 miles to the Earth. This may seem like the distance to Mars is massive, because, well, it is, taking about 300 Earth days to travel there. Although, in the scale space, it's only 0.524 AUs. In our night sky, distance isn't the only thing that makes Mars appear as a brilliantly bright dot. Mars is much smaller than Earth at about 4,220 miles in diameter. To put it in perspective, Earth is 7,917 miles in diameter. This means that Mars is roughly half the size of Earth. Although Mars has a much smaller size than Earth, it was incredibly easy to find in the night sky, and thus the discoverer of the planet is unknown. Returning to the question of the habitability of Mars, the atmosphere is vastly different from Mars. Mars's atmosphere is 95% carbon dioxide, which is not breathable to humans. Other than that, it is about 2% nitrogen, 2% argon, and 0.14% oxygen. Now, if plants somehow made it onto the surface of Mars and stayed, then the atmosphere would shift drastically because the plants would intake that CO2 and then emit oxygen, thus increasing oxygen levels in the atmosphere, making the planet more habitable for humans. Even if the oxygen content of the atmosphere increased greatly, then there would still be issues of the harsh Martian climate. The average temperature is negative 81 degrees Fahrenheit and can dip down to negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Albeit, the daytime temperature is a pleasant 70 degrees, but the high winds and dust storms would prove to be an issue. Since the barometric pressure of Mars is 6 millibars, the winds during summer range from 2 to 7 meters per second, and then 5 to 10 meters per second during fall. During a dust storm, winds can reach up to 17 to 30 meters per second. Keep in mind that a meter is about a yard. Apart from Mars, a very noticeable celestial body would be our single moon. Mars is not like us. Mars has 2 moons. These 2 moons are called Phobos and Deimos. On top of that, one rotation of Mars, or one full day, is 24.6 hours. With only being about an hour longer than an Earth day, the difference is minimal. What is different from Earth, though, is the revolution time, or length of a year. One full Martian revolution takes 1.88 years, a much larger difference than a year on Earth.